Welcome to Good Day Chicago at 9. Here's a look at some of the stories we're following for you this morning, including we're going to be rocking out with DJ J-Funk. He's showing us how to make sure that Bears fans are energized for game day.
You got to be rocking. The stadium has got to be rocking, especially as the stakes get higher. And we're taking you to a new River North restaurant where we're going to learn about the inspiration behind Ela's and how the family's history helps celebrate its blend of global cuisine. Always in the mood for a new restaurant.
Absolutely. And we're also going to meet the creative mind behind the Chicago-based comedy series Creative Hustle and its 2025 Bernie Mac Lifetime Achievement Award winner, local comedian and radio DJ, friend of the show as well.
Yes, always hilarious.
All right, time's down 9 o'clock. Take another live look outside. We got a lot of snow out there, Caitlin.
That snow has been coming down hard. We've been watching this area of snow that has developed earlier this morning in Wisconsin, pushed through Chicago. Now we still have some light snow around the city, but the heaviest snow now is south of the city, moving into portions of Will County, Lake and Porter County, even into portions of Kankakee County, where drops in visibility and quick accumulation of snow is expected. Also, it is going to be very cold outside. We're dropping down into the 20s already for most of us in Chicagoland. So as I pause it here, what you can see is these red boxes. That indicates where this snow squall is headed, where you see that dark blue color pushing into Kankakee County, northern Jasper, Newton counties. That's where we're going to have the biggest drop in visibilities as that snow continues to push south. That snow squall warning continues for Jasper and Newton, as mentioned, here shortly. Wind speeds is gusty. I said that before. We've seen winds above 50 miles per hour this morning. 48 miles per hour now at Gary. 36 mile per hour gusts in Waukegan. 40 in Aurora. 37 at O'Hare. Visibility down to a quarter mile, if not less, where you see this orange color from Valpo to Gary to Midway and Joliet. Again, that's where we have the strongest snow coming down currently. Take a look at the temperature difference between yesterday and today. You can see where that cold air has already settled in. 20 degrees colder right now in Waukegan compared to yesterday at this time, leaving you at 21 in Waukegan as our cold spot, 24 at O'Hare, 31 in Merrillville, 28 in Valpo. Our day planner keeps us in the 20s. We're going to have this morning round of snow, but then additional lake effect snow is expected from Porter County points east even into tomorrow. Now we do have this winter weather advisory for Porter County, where we could see up to 5 inches of lake effect snowfall, LaPorte and Barry, and that's where we could actually approach a foot of snow before all is said and done. 7-day forecast, temperatures staying cold. Friday around 37, and then this weekend we're down to the teens. It's going to be very cold for the Bears game, a high of only 18. Then we start off next week with temperatures hovering around 20 on Monday and Tuesday. Back to you.
Caitlin, thank you. And before we move on to our next story, let me just say we're over here at the news desk just in case we have to hop into breaking news mode this morning. We are awaiting what could be a major decision coming down from the Supreme Court, just in case folks, pick up on the nuances. Like, that's not usually where they are. We're waiting to see what happens, okay? So back here at home, things have taken quite the turn outside this morning, as we were just saying with Caitlin outside.
Roseanne is outside here in downtown, and you were seeing a lot of very large snowflakes earlier this morning, Roseanne.
Yes, I have a hoods up, heads up, because you're going to need it this morning. And if you leave it down, it's going to fill with snow. What kind of snow? Well, it is accumulated enough. I went and checked it out. It's that fluffy snow, nothing slushy. It actually is pretty dusty. So I've been asking people, how was their commute? John stopped to talk to us, John Sohn. John, good morning. How was your commute?
It was great. It's pretty nice out. It's bear weather, as we like to call it. But I took the train into the office this morning. I actually think it's quite warm out. The snow isn't sticking to the ground, so I really can't complain.
It looks pretty nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. People taking pictures, videos, all on the platform, coming into the office. I really can't complain. I mean, being from Chicago, yeah.
It is January after all.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Well, John, thanks for stopping to talk to us. We appreciate it.
Of course.
Yeah, it really isn't that bad. Now, it was another story I will tell you a couple of hours ago when we first started our reporting. It was ice pellets coming down and the wind was whipping. Those things seem to be tapering off. As Caitlin has said, this isn't going to last, too much longer. So it's looking pretty nice now. Watch out when you're walking, though. It is slippery. There's my next heads up. Back to you in the studio.
Roseanne, thank you for the heads up. People have not cared what the weather has been outside in Minneapolis over the last week. Protesters quickly taken to the streets there after an ICE agent shot and killed Renee Nicole Good. And now a week later, unrest remains across the city as tensions also build in the nation's capital.
Fox's Caroline Elliott is live outside of Minneapolis with the latest there. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Natalie and Anthony. Well, the DOJ came out last night and said that there is no basis for any kind of opening of a criminal civil rights investigation. They said that's off the table, but local and state investigators are pushing back on this, saying that they're still going to move forward with their own investigation. Federal agents tried clearing protesters outside a temporary ICE facility overnight, but even multiple rounds of tear gas and pepper balls weren't enough to make them leave. Protesters also swarmed a Minneapolis hotel where they believe ICE officers are staying. They used whistles, drums, and a guitar to try to keep ICE agents awake. It comes as political impacts from the shooting continue. In Minnesota Tuesday, multiple prosecutors resigned from the local U.S. Attorney's Office, citing concerns over the investigation into Renee Nicole Good's death. And on Capitol Hill, members of the Congressional Progressive Caucus said they will not vote for any funding bills supporting immigration enforcement.
We should not continue to fund agencies that operate with impunity.
The Trump administration also faces a lawsuit from Minnesota and Illinois trying to end ICE operations, but DHS is now doubling down, saying the mission is about ensuring safety and security.
Our ICE operation in Minnesota, for example, is finding hundreds of killers, violent predators.
And it's now been 1 week since the death of Renee Good, but protests here are not slowing down. Guys.
All right. Thanks so much for that update from Minneapolis this morning. Also breaking this morning back here at home, a new settlement in a civil suit against Boeing that was filed right here in Chicago. Opening statements were supposed to begin this morning, but Clifford law offices say that the family and Boeing have reached a deal. The case was over the 2019 crash of a Boeing 737 MAX 8 plane that crashed upon takeoff in Ethiopia. The family was looking to hold Boeing liable. The terms of that settlement have not been released.
Cicero police are searching for the person who shot and killed a 17-year-old. Police say Johan Adari was shot last Thursday near Morton East High School. Family members say that the person who killed Adari had been bullying him. Adari allegedly reported the issue to the school multiple times, but nothing was done.
They are very concerned with the situation, and it's really hard to explain how they feel to see the person who took their child's life is still not behind bars, and there is also fear about retaliation if we speak up.
We reached out to the district about the bullying claims, but have not heard back on that. There is a $5,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest. Now, the man accused of throwing his wife over the 24th floor railing of their South Loop condo building is now charged with first-degree murder. 47-year-old Adam Beckerink was in court yesterday. The charge comes nearly a year after Caitlin Tracy's death. Beckerink has been serving time for a separate domestic violence case in Michigan.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is going after President Trump over threats to withhold funding from sanctuary cities.
First, we're not making any payments to sanctuary cities or states having sanctuary cities because they do everything possible to protect criminals at the expense of American citizens, and it breeds fraud and crime and all of the other problems that come. So we're not making any payment to anybody that supports sanctuary cities.
The move comes as the Trump administration increases immigration enforcement nationwide. And Mayor Brandon Johnson responded, calling the move blatantly unconstitutional and immoral, saying in a statement that Chicagoans pay billions in federal taxes and it is far past the time that we receive our just due from the federal government.
In Maywood, several businesses could lose their licenses for allegedly selling tobacco and THC products to children. An undercover investigation reportedly caught 7 different businesses in the act. At a hearing overnight, the city talked about the dangers of selling the products to minors, and some of the businesses in question apologized.
The youth of Maywood is what's most important. The youth of any village is what's most important. And to ensure that the future of any village goes forward, it won't happen without the youth. And, this will never happen again.
Village officials will debate whether the businesses can reopen at some point in time, along with other fines as needed.
All right, time is now 9:10 this morning. Coming up, DJ J-Funk is a key part of the Bears in-stadium experience. Coming up, how he reads the moment and connects with fans at Soldier Field.
Postman law.
Fox Law.
Welcome back. Time is now 9:13. Live look outside at the Bean. If you're just waking up this morning, this is what is greeting you getting out the door. We did expect some snow a little bit later on this week, but we've gotten a lot so far. So we're taking different live looks from all over Chicagoland. Definitely give yourself a little extra time. This is right outside of our studios at Michigan and Lake. Wherever you're going, whether you're in the car or taking public transportation, please be safe out there, Chicago, as you are getting out the door. Well, the entire city of Chicago has Bears fever right now. Soldier Field was so loud, some people said that they felt like the stadium was shaking. We're joined now by DJ J-Funk, who makes sure that the crowd is hyped all game long. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. Appreciate you for having me. I appreciate that.
Now, you're a big part of the energy at Soldier Field. What was that experience like for you on Saturday night?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, it's my 10th season with the team, and actually for having the stadium actually shaking, it was an amazing feeling. I was like, am I getting motion sickness? And then we all looked at each other and it was like, man, the stadium was shaking. This is an amazing moment right now.
What got you into DJing, and what does it mean for you to literally be the guy in charge of getting the crowd hyped at Soldier Field?
Well, you know, the quick story, my mom back in the day used to date a DJ, and when she couldn't find a babysitter, she put me in the DJ booth. That's how my career kind of started. But I mean, to be in charge of whatever I press evokes an emotion for the team, evokes for fans. This is like it's a dream come true.
And Bears having our best season in quite some time for sure. How do you prepare for a game? Are you doing your research on what fans are going to get excited about, or are you just kind of vibing in the moment?
A little bit of both. I mean, we have during the week we get requests from players.
Okay.
Those have to be edited. You know, we have to, you know, and then I also take, you know, we also get segments that we do have hits in the game, of course. You know, game presentation has to get those ready, and of course, we kind of feel off the vibe. Like I know, like this is a big game coming up. We want to bring that energy, bring that will, you know, this is Chicago kind of feel. So this is what we're gonna do. So sometimes I lead into a little bit of maybe hip hop, maybe I lead into a little bit of house, because this is Chicago, like I said. So Yeah, I mean, we feel out the moment, and we'll see what we're going to do, and I know that we're going to get that win on Sunday.
I want to know, what does those requests look like coming from players? What are some of the songs that they're requesting?
I mean, there's a lot of the requests from maybe from certain rappers that we have to edit, just so that's a little more family eccentric per se, But I mean, definitely we take those requests in, we edit them, we make sure that they are playable in stadium, and of course, from anything else in regards to certain segments, certain things, we make sure we try to get all the music in for everybody.
What about for the fans? What kind of, are they making requests? Everybody wants to make a request for the DJ. I've heard that DJs don't love that. So what are fans telling you during the game? I mean, fans, I always like to speak to fans. I mean, they are they have the finger on the kind of the pulse of the city. I also like to leave, I take the requests, of course, but I know I have to answer to a higher power, which is the team. So I make sure if they are playable, if I have to think twice about a song, it's probably not a good idea. It's not a good idea. What's on your mind for your game plan for this Sunday against the Rams?
I'm gonna, I feel like this is a bigger game that we need to step up. We're gonna make sure that we start early. Let's not wait till the fourth quarter. Overall, my heart, I'm this is not gonna. We're all not having these heart palpitations kind of thing, waiting to the last minute. Let's get them early. Let's get it going so that we can party the rest of the afternoon or the evening.
We definitely want to get off to some better starts. Is there a song or two that you think are maybe synonymous with this year's Chicago Bears?
I know that we have a request from the team of a Shot Caller. That was requested from the team. That was make sure that we had to play that and edit it right. Some of our other songs that are I know we had Percolator, which is definitely one of our songs.
That's so Chicago, right?
Yeah, that was on social media, but definitely those are songs that we kind of resonate with us.
And hopefully Soldier Field will be buzzing after Bears win this Sunday.
Of course, let's get it.
All right, appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
Well, after years of constant notifications and endless scrolling, analog is actually making a comeback. A psychotherapist joins us to talk about what you can do to reclaim your life in technology. And from one Chicago-based artist, every day is Halloween, Rob Kelsey shows us how he finds beauty in the macabre. And this may be surprising. Illinois' binge drinking rate is higher than the national average, especially if people watching those Bears games. Probably why those numbers are going up. But some people are changing their habits. An addiction specialist explains the benefits of sobriety beyond dry January. That's all coming up on Chicago Now next hour.
Welcome back, everyone. 9:20 right now. I know when it's snowing outside, Mike, it's hard to think about soccer, but that's what we're talking about. The FIFA World Cup is coming to the United States this summer. It will get to summer at some point in time. Teams representing a record high 48 countries are set to play matches in host cities across North America.
And that includes 6 matches in Kansas City, where they're prepping for visitors from all around the world. Oliviana Calmes is there, and Oliviana, hotels are filling up fast, and new properties are racing to open up. What's it like there?
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity, but there's also some anxiety on how this is all going to happen so fast. This is the smallest of the U.S. Host cities here in Kansas City, but the excitement is here, and people are racing to get ready, whether that's hotel owners or even homeowners. I spoke to one guy who says he's renting out his own home to fill that demand.
I will actually be moving back into my parents' basement. The opportunity is just so large here that it would be silly not to take advantage of it.
Not many things would make you eager to move back in with your parents, but renting out your home during the World Cup might. Kansas City is preparing for an estimated 600,000 visitors this summer.
Everyone's about to show up on our doorstep.
And with hotels booking up months in advance, space is becoming harder to find.
Everything is going to be booked. I mean, I would imagine there's going to be people in tents in the streets.
The local economic development group Visit KC says this area has about 36,000 hotel rooms, but World Cup officials have scooped some of them up.
There are hotels that have contracts with FIFA that are on lockdown right now.
Nelson says some of those rooms are still available for now, but that could change quickly.
It's certainly weekly meetings with hotels and the KC 2026 staff to make sure we're in front of everything. We haven't heard anyone say we're completely sold out.
One hotel under construction says they aim to open right before the first match.
And there'll be a cocktail lounge area, and then you'll pass a coffee shop.
The people behind it tell me the timing is tight.
It's exciting and scary at the same time because there's a good chance we'll have been open by just a week or two.
KC is the smallest of the 11 U.S. host cities, so the hotel owners say they expect many will be looking for rooms outside of the core city as well.
So it has to branch out to Topeka, Lawrence, even as far as Columbia.
Now might just be a good time to book if you're looking for a better deal.
A lot of people are last-minute buyers, but we do know that the demand is going to be more than the supply.
Yeah, lots of opportunity here. Fingers crossed for that one hotel that they'll be able to open in time for the games. Either way, though, this area is really encouraging people to help out by even doing a short-term rental permit discount from May to the end of July for people to do what that gentleman we just heard from is doing with his own home. I'll send it back to you.
Oliviana, just nice to be able to talk about some things going to Kansas City right now. We focus on things that are heading out. Coming up.
Going to a different Kansas City.
Exactly, right, yeah. Coming up, why Liam Rogers is the award winner of a prestigious award, helping to keep the Chicago comedy culture alive. We love Leon around here. So happy for him. We're going to give him his flowers in just a bit.
Fox 30. Can you be here tomorrow to play my intro music? Love it, love it, love it. All right. We are jamming as the snow continues to come down. And I have made a significant change in my forecast. It's time to, they say either fish or cut bait. It is time to cut bait and admit what's really going on out there. Roads are a mess. Snow continues to come down. Take a look at this shot here. Look over the lake. My gosh, we got big white caps there. This is one of the more impressive snow systems that we've had, and it kind of came out of nowhere. We expected snow. We expected some wind, but this has really been an overachiever. Still snowing at O'Hare. Temperatures have crashed. It was 42 at midnight. Now it's 21. Northwest winds sustained at 25. We have a single-digit wind chill. So if you compare that with the 52 that we had for a high yesterday, it's almost a 50-degree drop in what it feels like to be outside. We have 27 now at Chicago Heights and Merrillville, 21 at Waukegan, 22 at Woodstock. Michigan City, the lone spot where it's 30. You're gearing up for a bigger snow than anybody gets with the lake effect kicking in. Since 24 hours ago, yeah, temperatures have tanked. 18 degrees colder at O'Hare, 20 degrees colder at Waukegan. In Joliet, it's 15 degrees colder, and we're not done dropping. Look at these winds. We've done away with the 50-plus mile-an-hour winds. We're close at Gary. Still have a 38-mile-an-hour gust there at O'Hare, 36 mph at Waukegan, and almost 40 at Aurora. Wind chills, single digits northwest of the city, barely in the double digits downtown, where it feels like 10 at the lakefront, 12 at Gary. Visibility gives us an idea of how hard it's snowing. Plus the wind coupling to really make travel very difficult. Look at Valparaiso has dropped to a quarter-mile visibility there with very heavy snow. Winter weather advisory for you in Porter County. Winter storm warnings in Pink, LaPorte and Berrien County, and even in southern Wisconsin. They put out a winter weather advisory because of the impact of that snow, the wind, the flash freeze. The heaviest snow is now sinking south. But here's why I've changed my forecast for the rest of the day. Take a look at the stuff to the north. There are still snow showers poised to move in here. So let's go with occasional snow for the rest of the day. 42, yeah, that happened at midnight. Now we're in the 20s. North winds 18 to 36. We just flipped the switch and went right back to January. 14 tonight. Northwest winds 15 to 25, so we're going to have sub-zero wind chills. Now, feast your eyes on the 7-day forecast. Cold weather tomorrow. Snow comes back tomorrow night, often on Friday into Saturday. Maybe a snow shower Sunday, but the main story here is the cold weather, including a high of only 18 for the Bears game. I think they'll be playing in temperatures in the low to mid-teens with wind chills that may be close to zero all game long. All right, let's look at some pictures, and I think we also have a cool video shot this morning from my hometown. Ron Baker, though, showing us, not this morning, that was sunrise over Naperville, I believe, yesterday. That is an absolutely red sky in the morning. Yeah, there you go. Number 2, Deer Grove East and Palatine. Mary Lou Hamilton, who's from Arlington Heights, you just kind of want to walk down that path. Would I bet today is covered in snow there in Arlington Heights. Thanks for that shot, Mary Lou. Next up, for my buddy Mike Gerga, he was flying home from Florida, captured this picture of the sun going down behind our city and the lakefront there. There was no snow on the ground when he took that picture. He's trying to get out at O'Hare today to fly to Colorado Springs. Good luck, Mikey. Hopefully you get out there at least close to on time. And take a look at this video shot this morning. This is from Captured News. I don't have the name, but this shows the snow that was coming down in Gurnee. Really a mess there by the Nissan dealership. There you have it. In Gurnee, 2 to 3 inches of snow accumulated just like that this morning. Mrs. C is snow blowing and shoveling as we speak. She's such a good woman. Such a good woman. Thank you, Mike. The Supreme Court has issued an opinion on how Illinois counts mail-in ballots. The court says Congressman Michael Bost has the legal right to sue and challenge the rules over vote counting in the election. Now, the case was about how Illinois counts mail-in ballots. Illinois counts mail-in ballots, if you don't know, up to 2 weeks after Election Day. In a 7-2 decision, the court says that Bost, as a candidate for office, he's got a right to challenge rules governing counting ballots. So we'll continue to follow up. Again, that was one of several decisions that could be made by the Supreme Court today. We're in standby mode, so we'll let you know when things calm down. We've got to get back out to Roseanne.
Roseanne, how are things looking outside? Those flurries still coming down?
Well, it's everything Mike described and more. It is windy, the snow is coming down, and it is getting colder by the minute, so much colder than yesterday. So we've been asking people what they've experienced on the way. The snow, as you can see, accumulating out here, and just a little bit more than we expected. And so ma'am, tell me your name.
Hi, my name is Gwen.
Gwen, and Gwen came in from Humboldt Park. Tell me what you've been seeing this morning, Gwen.
Yeah, snow is blowing sideways. It's kind of rough walking around down here, but there's salt downtown, and honestly, like, the CTA is always pretty reliable, but traffic, like, for the cars, it's rough. It's really slow going out there.
Yeah, so you made the right choice.
Yes, definitely.
So I have to ask my informal poll today. Did you buy this Bears hat this season? This been around?
I've been a Bears fan since I was a little kid. I grew up watching the Bears with my dad, so super excited for this weekend.
I've never seen so many Bears hats. I feel like everybody's pulling them out this season, and with good reason.
Yes, this season has been awesome, so hopefully we can keep it going. Okay. Go Bears.
Well, Gwen, thank you so much for stopping to talk to us. We'll let you get on your way. I know it's been a cold one. So once again, it's just like Mike said, and Caitlin has been telling us, it's kind of brutal out here, but things will be tapering off, I believe, as we go through the morning. I'll toss it back to you guys in the studio.
Okay, thank you, Roseanne. And we're giving you 4 live looks outside today because from every vantage point, man, oh man, I think someone said earlier, this is Bears weather. And so we know that we're ushering in the LA Rams, and we're just hoping that maybe, you know, this is one of those times you actually love the cold weather, love the snow, want it to stick around because it might just help us on game day, you know, to have some cold weather and some snow around here when you're ushering in folks from LA. They're not ready. Leon, they're not ready. They're not ready. They're not ready for this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're not used to it, and it might play to our advantage to have, you know, an open stadium for
Absolutely.
now. Right. All right. You heard me say, Leon, they're not ready, because the legendary Bernie Mac was one of the many Chicago hometown comedians that made our city proud. His name is being kept alive by Jay Davis, the co-creator of Creative Hustle, a Chicago-based comedy series. And this year, Bernie Mac Lifetime Achievement Award honors this guy right here, local comedian, award-winning comedian and radio host DJ Leon Rogers.
Yeah.
Great having you back, my friend.
It's great to be back. It's great to be seen, great to be loved by good people at Fox, man. You know, it's my old home.
It's your TV home.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
your TV home. And great to have you here, Jay.
Oh, thank you. Great for having me.
Let me start with you. We'll get to you. You
That's
know, we
cool.
want to give you all your flowers today and always. But Jay, tell me how this came about. You know, the award and also just the comedy series itself.
So the award came about in 2024. I wanted to give comedian Damon Williams an award because he's been helping out Chicago comedy for years. He put a lot of comedians on stage for the first time, and I was like, I want to create an award. Would it be dope if I named it the Bernie Mac Lifetime Achievement Award? So I reached out to the foundation. About a week later, I received a call from Bernie's widow, Rhonda, and she said, yeah, that'll be a great idea. And Damon's the perfect first person to get it. And so fast forward, moving to this year, it was like Leon was like the first pick from Rhonda. She was like, it got to be Leon this year, so.
Yeah, big brother, little brother kind of thing. How does it make you feel to get the award in year 2?
Listen, to get it in year 2, and especially to get it behind my big brother, Damon Williams, who was my mentor, and I kind of take the same philosophies he does when it comes to Chicago comedy. Be proud of it, uplift a lot of the new and up-and-coming comics that are coming, and don't be intimidated. You know, comedians like Corey Bell, like Just Niche, like Tierra, my cousin Tierra, you know, all the fabulous comedians out in Chicago that are coming up to embrace them. And then it's coming from Bernie Mac's wife, you know, and his daughter. It's co-signed. So this is a great thing, and Jay's a good guy. He's very poignant in Chicago comedy as well. He's very necessary here as well. So I'm overwhelmed, and they caught me by surprise. They came up to the radio station and surprised me with it. And it takes anybody to know me, it takes a lot to shut me up. But I really was taken aback. And very quiet and overwhelmed. They almost got a tear out of me, but you know, I had to man up. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, look, I cried in the car.
Does it feel weird to have a Lifetime Achievement Award?
Well, Yes and no. Yes to the fact that, you know, I still hopefully got a lot more to be here. But second time, it just means that people are acknowledging what you're doing or what you're trying to do in the community. And my father, who's a great man himself, Leon Rogers Sr., always told me, hey, man, never try to fill my shoes. Put your shoes next to mine. And I feel like I'm doing that with Bernie Mac. There's no way we could fill Bernie Mac's shoes. He was a revolutionary. He was different. He helped put Chicago comedy on the map. But if I could slide my shoes right next to theirs at the doorstep of greatness, man, I'm happy with that.
It's an honor.
It's an honor, absolutely.
Before we go, I need your best Bernie Mac memories.
Oh, I got a couple. But I say the one that stands out to me the most is when Bernie Mac used to do this spot called Miltroneers. If anybody remembers, it was where Midnight Mac got started, the show that he eventually ended up having on HBO. The concept for it. And when I first time I ever did it, he looked at me and said, so you're trying to do comedy, son? And I said, yeah. He said, all right, I'm gonna tell you what we got here. You can get a drink ticket for $25. You can get paid $25. Or you can get the tape of your show. Now, which one you want? And I said, well, I want the tape of my show. Oh, you gonna make it, you smart. And I said, and then from then on, he kind of like took a liking to me and we would talk. He's the first comic that taught me, he was like, go pick up the skill of playing golf. Like, you know, million-dollar deals is made on the golf course. He said, learn how to play even if you're terrible. Just go out there. So, in the ways he talked and the gems that he put are about, like, don't expect anybody to open doors for you. When the doors open, run and stick your foot in it. It might close on your foot, it might hurt, but you're in the door. So he's always been great with the words, great with the phrases, and he was no holds barred. You know, he reminded me of my father in the sense, in fact, the way they talk to you. You know, like I feel like if you ask Bernie Mac for a loan, he gonna give it to you, but you're gonna get a speech with it.
You'll get something with it,
But he gonna give it to you because he loves you, right?
Congratulations once again to both of you. One on the comedy series itself, and two on the Lifetime Achievement Award. So deserving.
Go Bears.
Go Bears.
Go Bears.
And listen, as we're going to break, I gotta give one of the other lines from Bernie Mac that I always love. All you do, DJ, is play records.
Who is your Kid Capri? I thought you were gonna say I ain't scared of you.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is...
It's Ashley's.
DJ J-Funk in the house. I thought for sure you'd mix in a little Let It Snow in there, but that's that's good stuff there. All right, we welcome him this morning, the Bears official DJ. Hey, a new restaurant has opened in River North, and it's one inspired by the owner's family roots. Joining me to talk about Ila's is its owner and head chef, Kirtan Gandhi. Kirtan, thanks for joining us this morning. Appreciate you showing us the restaurant there. What inspired you to open up a new restaurant there in River North?
I have to say it's a little bit of lunacy for sure, but the idea was to bring an idea of genuine hospitality into River North with home-cooked meals that feel very familiar, but they have a twist. This idea of we're not burn and turn, we want people to relax and really get back to kind of connecting with each other, and inspired by my mom, who is sitting here next to me. Really that idea of being at home in a kitchen and getting what you need and, you know, feeling nourished and fulfilled.
Well, I love the fact that you're, paying homage to your mother here and bringing her on. Is your mom an inspiration? Was she, cooking for you as a kid? You're like, boy, I want to learn how to make that?
100%. We had very strict rules. My mom cooked all of our meals every day, and even though she was full-time working, and so we would always make sure that those things were taken care of, and it was hot, home-cooked Indian meals or pastas or what have you, all of the different pieces. So it was definitely inspired by that. And, when you're at home, if you don't like something, you can send it back to the kitchen. We definitely had that going on where we'd be like, you should adjust this recipe. And we do the same thing here at Ila's, where I call everything a zero-risk dish. Like, if there's something, take a risk. See if you like it. If you don't like it, I'm going to buy you what you like. So you really have no risk trying something here just like you would at home.
All right, well, you mentioned Indian cuisine, but that's not all that you have on your menu. I mean, it really kind of runs the gamut. Describe how you put together your menu.
Yes, the idea is really around a lot of the people that we have here on our team. My head chef, John Tarczak, right here next to me. My GM, who is Polish, so we have pierogies. There's leanings towards Italian food, like these pastas that we have here, lumpia. So kind of globally across the board, but something for everyone to try. And, for those that are adventurous, there are adventurous dishes that kind of lean a little further away from the commonplace, but you can also get very, very familiar dishes. Spaghetti, for example. All of our pastas, all of our doughs we make from scratch here. All of our sauces. My very talented chef, John, he, with a lot of love and care, really makes each dish to feel like, pays homage to each of those countries as well, and making sure that they're made purely and with the right ingredients to make you feel like you're there. All
right, well, I'm going to assume that John made these two dishes in front of you right now. Tell us what they are. I mean, they look beautiful, and since we taste with our eyes first, I mean, I'm loving the close-ups. What's that dish right in front of you, Kirtan, and then tell us the one to your left? Or John, if you want to describe it. Go ahead.
Sure. To my left is my play on the burrata salad. It does have a fig chutney on the bottom. We get some really good figs this time of year. A little crispy prosciutto. Then there's a rosemary brown butter pine nut brittle. A little watercress that's dressed in blood orange olive oil.
Beautiful.
And then our house-made rosemary focaccia bread.
All right, I love the figs there. And then what's the other one, John?
So the other dish is kind of an homage to my grandparents. My grandpa was 100% Irish and made really bad oxtail soup. And my grandma was 100% Italian, and she gave him a lot of grief about it. So it's a very simple sort of oxtail ragu that starts with whole braised oxtail, and then we kind of make a sofrito. And then we use the braising liquid from the oxtail to kind of enrich the sauce. House-made pappardelle noodles. Dressed it up a little bit with some pea tendrils and a charred scallion oil. And then we have to have some pecorino on there.
Oh, yeah. We'd be lax if you didn't have some pecorino on there. Kirtan, it's a beautiful setting there behind you as well. Tell us exactly where you're located. Give us the hours and tell us how we can follow your restaurant on social media and your website.
Sure, you can follow us on at Ila Chicago on Instagram and on Facebook, ilachicago.com. We're located at 15 West Hubbard, right between Dearborn and State on Hubbard Street. Our hours vary by day. We're closed Mondays, but we're here 4 to 10. Monday to Thursday, 4 to midnight, Friday, and then we're open for brunch Saturday and Sunday. Open at 11 in the morning. We're here till midnight on Saturday and till 10 p.m. on Sunday.
I'm glad you mentioned the brunch. I was peeking at your menu, Curtin. You've got really a wonderful assortment of dishes there, great variety. Wish you continued success. Give your mom a nice hug and a kiss for us. She deserves a lot of credit for it. There you go. There you go. Mom's got a smile on her face now. Thank all of you for joining us this morning. That is Ela's there in the River North neighborhood. Check them out. We will be right back with more Good Day after this.
At Post.
Got your affairs in order?
These contestants, they're dealing with deep-seated fears and phobias.
Get me out, Johnny.
A lot of people are scared of confinement in small spaces.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
The ocean, spiders, snakes. People are scared of height. And I'm here to, one part, make it a little worse for them.
Nothing like 4-day-old fermented egg juice.
But mostly I've been trying to help them grow and get it all on camera.
Oh, gosh. Fear Factor back with a brand new host, but the same craziness that they left with.
Goodness, right? Well, a group of strangers will face some disgusting challenges, heart-racing stunts, and some scary situations, in hopes, of course, of walking away with a lot of money.
All right, Fear Factor premieres on Fox today. And a few months ago, Jake went to the set to talk with host Johnny Knoxville.
Yep, you're rolling.
Sounds good. Sounds great. Whenever y'all are ready.
Awesome. Johnny, good to see you again, man.
I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is Fear Factor.
It's crazy to think that Jackass and Fear Factor both premiered
within 9 months of each other.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
What do you remember you and the guys thinking of Fear Factor when it debuted? Do you guys remember ever sort of talking about it because it was kind of in the vein of what each of you were doing?
Oh man, I'm going to be honest. We were on another planet in our heads on various substances, so we didn't know what was going on in the world. But you know, Fear Factor was a huge hit show.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy to be at the helm of this new show.
Welcome to your next challenge. It will test your fear of open water, drowning, and freezing temperatures.
Oh my God.
They hired you to talk, and we were watching you today, and you were fantastic at it.
Oh, stop.
It's
He
true.
always says
It's
that.
true.
You got this.
Oh my God!
They don't got this.
What are some of the things that you know from experience? That's the last thing I want to hear in this moment.
I don't really I just go away from everybody and go to my own place, and then when they're ready, I'm like, Jeff, when you're ready for me, just call me in. I'll walk in the ring and get smoked by the bull, and I don't want to hear anything.
Yeah.
They don't have that luxury of
Sure.
like going away on their own because they people surrounding them all the time. So they have to kind of find their way and each of them has to figure out a way to trick their brain so that they can complete whatever challenge or attempt. I always ask them, if you can't complete it, just attempt. And it's interesting to watch how some of them did shift and be able to do things that they couldn't do in the beginning.
No, please get me out.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah, it's okay to step on your.
You know, Fox has never given me this footage.
Well, that's one definition of a good time.
So,
right?
for somebody, maybe.
No. Yeah, no, absolutely not, right? All right, let's set it up Studio 32. Would you guys be a guest on the show? There you go.
Nothing involving snakes. Nothing involved. I wouldn't do any of that stuff.
Oh, no,
Caitlin.
absolutely
No.
not. I mean, it depends on how much money, I guess.
I mentioned this earlier. I had a friend at Indiana who went on Fear Factor after we graduated, wound up eating worms and that kind of thing. No.
He just
Didn't win any prize
he just
money
had to
either.
mention I had a friend at Indiana.
You're right.
Now, right?
Those are past tense. I had one.
Exactly.
Would you eat a worm for $1 million?
Million? Oh, gosh, yes.
So
Yeah.
So
So
you
maybe I
might.
can't judge.
you can buy Anthony. Just think the
Yeah,
price,
exactly. The price just has to be high enough. Let's be honest here. All right, we got a fun hour coming up. Caitlin, we're going to solve a mystery. This is hilarious. Somebody in Chicago ordered DoorDash coffee. Something else came. Fried chicken came, okay, instead of the coffee. This is a DoorDash thing. Then the mystery unfolded because the chicken turned out to be so good that this user needed to track it down. So we're going to tell that whole story and where the search ended up.
A happy accident.
Yes.
We're also going to be talking about neighbor shenanigans. So this show, you don't want to miss this show because this 10 o'clock hour, we're going to have a lot of chit-chat time, which, you know, when we get chit-chat time, we start sharing some stories. So we are going to be talking about this story that unfolded over a period of time between two neighbors and maybe share some of our own shenanigans.
One neighbor told on the other neighbor, and then that neighbor started to take petty to whole new levels. It's a super fun
Was it
story.
deserved or was it not
That
deserved?
and much more when we come back after this. But we have a very special in-studio guest to play us to break.